Warning, this channel is run by me, your Christian crackhead, or you can call me CC for short. As you can see, I am a teenager, so if you feel like a teenager shouldn't be telling you about God, or you feel like I'm not qualified or old enough to tell you anything about life, then just leave this channel. And now that they're gone, how are you guys doing? We just want to rock out, honestly. I love talking about God, and I would like to share any knowledge that I have with the rest of you. The other teenagers that I will put on here will be having panel discussions talking about any topic that you guys want us to do or any topic that we've chosen. And when I say that, I don't just mean we'll be talking about the creation, Adam and Eve, Jonah, Noah and the ark, stuff like that. We'll be talking about things that teenagers go through. How about pride, rejection, depression, human love versus God love, any topic. If you feel like you want to tell us something, comment down below and I'll make sure we'll put it up in a video. If you have anything that we should know, comment it down. Like I said, I'm a teenager. I don't know everything. I won't act like I know everything. So now that we have the introductions out of the way, everybody's cool, everybody's great. All right, then let's get ready, let's get set, and let's start the video for you guys. Fear has two meanings. One is forget everything and run, and the second is face everything and rise. The choice is yours. That's all fear really is, honestly. It's just something that would make you want to fly or fight. Flying being running away, leaving the scene, something that gets you so scared that you can't take it anymore and you want to leave it. And that happens a lot as the age we are. We go to school every day with a bunch of people, and people are very judgmental. So when you see other people, all you're thinking in your head sometimes is, well, do I look good? Do I smell good? Are my shoes okay? Is what I'm wearing okay? Is this suitable for this environment? Will I be able to walk through the classrooms and the hallways without saying, boy, what are you wearing? Girl, what is this perfume you got on? Oh, you stink. Oh, it smells in here. And every time when someone says that and you're feeling that anxiety about yourself, you might think, okay, maybe that's me. Maybe I'm the one who smells bad. Maybe I look bad. Maybe this is my fault. Anxiety can lead to insecurities in our lives. But even though it can lead to insecurities, it can lead to other things too. Because if you're anxious so much that it keeps you in a state of doubt and worry and constant thinking, okay, you can't do this. You don't look good in that. Oh, you shouldn't wear those shoes. Oh, you probably got that test answer wrong. You did not pass that quiz last time, so why would you try that same answer this time? You should have studied harder. You should have done this harder. It could get you depressed. It can get you tormented in your head, and that's the worst case to be, because some people would take you and be comforting. Others would just say, oh, you're the problem. You're too doubtful. You're too negative. Get out of here. We don't need that around here. They don't see that it wasn't your fault. It was just you were affected by everything around you. Everything around you made you doubt who you thought you were. Even though anxiety could make you feel so bad and so helpless, it could also make you feel better about yourself. Now, that doesn't make sense for some people because anxiety is so harsh and developed in our society that they literally give you pills for it. Like, I was once subscribed to pills for anxiety because I couldn't handle social interaction. I couldn't handle the thought of death. I couldn't handle life. So they tried to subscribe me pills, but I never took them. I never saw the reason. Because while it can make you feel bad, it can make you stronger. Because I knew what I had, I knew how to fix it. There's certain cases where you are scared, where you think, Okay, maybe they're talking about me. Maybe they're the ones whispering around me. Maybe when I walk into the room and they stop talking, they were talking about me. Maybe when I walk into the room and they're laughing, it's not because of a joke someone said earlier. It's because they're laughing at what I got on, because I smell, I stink, I look bad, I don't wear the nicest shoes, I don't wear the nicest clothes. You start to think, okay, maybe I don't care what they think. Maybe their opinion is just an opinion. And you start to live better. Okay, you get anxious and scared and fear that, oh, I'm too big. I can never do anything in life. I'm too sloppy, I'm too slow. You start working to be faster. You get so scared that you won't pass that test and you won't pass your grade and you won't get into the college that you want. You start to study more. You get smarter. Fear can push you to be better in your own life. It can push you to be a better person. If you're so scared that you are a bad person and that you're making wrong decisions, that fear of going to hell or being somewhere that you don't want to be in life will push you to be a better person than you are. And that's how it was for me. Knowing that I was anxious about living and trying to do right and make sure I get into the right places in life pushed me to indeed make sure I got into the right places in life. I started trying in school. I started going out more. I would hang out with other people, talk to new people, smile in other people's faces. So I could try to be more social, get rid of all that anxiety. Yes, it's not all the way gone, and I'm not saying that doing these things will just push it all away. There'll still be times when you hear that little voice in your ear saying you can't do this, you can doubt this, and all this will be bad. But I'm saying it will get easier. The more you do something, the less harder it becomes. But you have to do it every day. That's called progress. And also remember that it happens to everyone. And you should know that. Anxiety is so common that it's trending on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. People telling their stories of how they overcome it, and people telling their stories of how they're in it. So don't ever think that you're alone in your endeavor of being so fearful of life, so fearful in everything. That's why we turn to a higher power. That's why we turn to God. Now God is there for us when even we know no one else is. But God has always been there from the beginning, and he'll be there at the end. And even that feeling, even that notion is scary, because he's the only one allowed to judge us. We feel like we have fallen. We might feel, okay, maybe I'm not good enough for him. Maybe I've done so many wrong things that he doesn't listen to my prayers anymore. Maybe he doesn't hear me anymore. Maybe he just hears me and turns away. That's why all this bad stuff is happening to me. That's why I'm so fearful now. But yes, you're right. We are fallen. We are fallen short of the grace of God. I'm pretty sure it says that in Romans 6:23. For all have sinned and fall short of the grace of God. So yes, that is true. But now that we have acknowledged and accepted that, let's go change it. We can all strive to be closer to him, because we're not the only people ever in life to be afraid of God's power and to be afraid of what he can do to help us. And I bet you're wondering who else, like really, other than this society, had a fear of that, because all these pastors and apostles seem like they have it all together. Well, there's someone in here. Everybody, let's get out our Bibles. Let's turn to Matthew 14 verses. We're going to focus on verses 29 through 31, because that's where our main character is. Now, before I get to that, let me give you some background in the story. So Matthew 14, right? That's where Jesus calms the storm, and you see him walking on water. One of the best ideas, the best stories of both faith, anxiety, and fear. Because without faith, you could be scared of what you're believing in, but they go hand in hand. Because it's good to be scared of what you believe in, so you can believe in it anyway. so it can push you to believe even better. But enough of that. Let's talk about the story. So, Jesus had just calmed the storm. The disciples were in a boat, and they had a bunch of lightning, thunder, a bunch of tornadoes, wild weather. And Jesus just calmed him. Doing his Jesus thing. The power is given to him by God. So, he talks to his people as he walks on the face of the waters. The disciples were afraid. It was misty, and they just saw a man walking towards them. They're in a boat. That doesn't happen in real life. So they got nervous. They got scared. They were frightened. They were all over the place. It was like, okay, we just got through a storm, and now this is happening. Someone's gonna come kill us. It's probably the Grim Reaper. We don't even know. And you can't blame them for that. Imagine you're at a beach with your family. You're having fun, chillaxing, playing beach ball and volleyball, and you see a man walking on the face of the water towards you. You would be pretty scared too. And that's a very rational fear to have. So if you're saying you won't be scared, you're probably lying to yourself. But God, Jesus, said, fear not. Shout good cheers. Because it was me. It was just me, guys. Shout good cheers. And they did. They were having fun. They was like, oh my gosh, it's Jesus. That makes so much sense. He calmed the storm for us. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. We believe. We shall not fear. That's all they thought. Because Jesus pointed to Peter. And he said, come to me. And obviously Peter's a little confused. Like, what do you mean come to you? You're all the way over there. I'm in a boat. We're not gonna sail over there if you just want me. What are you talking about? So Jesus told Peter, walk on the waters. So Peter did as he was told. He took a step. He took a leap of faith. Away from all his fears and anxieties, left all that on the boat. And he took a step out. And he started to walk on water. Imagine God telling you, come to me, whatever you're going through right now, whatever's happening in your life, just come, and I'll make sure you're protected. You take that chance, right? You'd reach out your hand. You'd be nervous and scared because you have a lot going on. You have bills due. You have to make sure you get good grades. You have to try to get another job. You're trying to make sure your boyfriend or girlfriend is still in love with you. Or a lot of things happen in your life, and God's reaching out his hand, and he's saying, do not be afraid. Just come. I got you. I don't know about you, but I'm taking that hand immediately because I need a one way out. We all need a one way out. And if God's the way out, then I'm definitely choosing that. So Peter started to walk a little bit, but then he did the one thing we're always told not to do in movies. He looked down. And when he looked down, he immediately took his eyes off his goal, off his principle, off of Jesus, off of God and all his teachings. And he sunk. He started flapping his arms. Jesus, help me, I'm drowning. I'm drowning. I knew I couldn't do this. I knew I wasn't enough. I knew I couldn't do any of this. I'm flapping, I'm drowning. And Jesus pulls him out of the water. It's like, do you not believe? And puts him back in the boat. And that's a perfect, and I mean excellent depiction of what happens in our life. Because God has always been reaching out his hand. He always has Jesus on the waters, calming the storms of our lives and telling us, come, I got you. From here on out, I got you. Have faith in me. Do not fear, do not fret, do not be afraid. I got you. Just come with me. And we do. Sometimes we do. We walk with him. We talk with him. We follow his rules. We try our best to pray every morning, to read our Bibles. And then we look down and we look at this world that we're living in, and we look at all what society's telling us. You have to be this, you have to be that. Oh, make sure you have good grades. Make sure you're looking nice. Make sure you smell good. Make sure this person, you're friends with the right people, not the wrong people. Make sure everything is good, or you fail, or your life will be meaningless, or what you amount to is nothing. And we sink right back into that anxiety, into that fear, into that depression, into that circumstance that we are trying so hard to get away from. We start flapping our arms. sinking, going back into the water. Oh, I can't do this anymore. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy to be in your presence, Lord. And of course we're not. Because like I said, all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. But that doesn't mean that he won't reach in and pull us out. And he does that again and again and again. Because he never gives up on us. That's why the old song says, don't give up on God, because he won't give up on you. He's able. He's able to do all things and can help us through any situation. And I assure you of that. So to sum all that up, don't be like Peter. At least not the second half of him anyways. When you are going through something and you're afraid, when you feel that anxiety in you, and I know it won't happen in an instant, I know it won't be a quick change in your life, it won't be a quick change of pace, because it definitely wasn't for me. I didn't just wake up one morning and say, hey, I'm not going to be anxious anymore, I'm going to work out today, I'm going to be smarter today. That's not what happened. It's a process. It's a process in life. So when you feel like you can't do it anymore, and you just hear that anxious voice saying you want to mount to nothing, you might as well stop trying. I want you to look up and look at God reaching out his hand, telling you, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, you may have done that bad stuff. Yeah, you hurt these people's feelings. Oh, you stopped being friends with the right people. You might have cursed out this person. You might have fought this teacher. You might have done this. You might have done that. You might have lied to your parents. It's okay. Don't worry about all that right now. Don't look down. Don't look back. Don't try to see where you came from, because that doesn't matter where I'm from. I got you. Take my hand and I got you. God will always be there to pick you back up. And yes, we're going to sink. We're going to drown. We're going to flap around again and again. But every time, he's going to pick us up and say, I got you. You are loved and you are worthy. And knowing that, at least, should make us feel a little lot better. If that makes sense, at least. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Hopefully, this did make you feel better. And you know that the next time life is kicking you down and you are sinking and drowning, you can look up and you can say, God, please help me and pull me out. And know that he will do all things that he promised you. And he did promise that he would take care of us and keep us through all our days. So I would just like to thank you for watching, and I hope I see you guys next time. Stay blessed, stay rested. Oh, hey guys, Editing CC here, editing the video you just watched. I would like to apologize for the late submission. There has been a lot going on these few weeks, especially getting video ideas and trying to edit differently for these videos and getting other people to hop on the videos that you are soon to see. They are all now scheduled and did ahead of time, so this 3 weeks, 2 weeks posting thing will not happen again. But hopefully you guys can stay tuned, stay excited, and be blessed by something that you see. Alright, see you. I gotta go back to this. Watch the next clip.